Hey up, me ducks, it's Simon here. How is everybody? Doesn't Monday soon come around? Doesn't it feel like 5 minutes since I was last sat here saying hello and welcome to everybody? Start of a new week. Wow, which would have been quarantine 67? Just deducted 5 there. So let's see who we've got. I noticed lots of people in and chatting. So Rob was in early again. He made it. He was the first one in. The other day, Rob, he wasn't, and somebody commented saying, "Where's Rob?" So good to see you, my friend. We've got Selkie, the wild one, Richard, SL Wyman, Forest for Trees, Ishi, Brenda, and we've got our Chris, and Donna, Patrice. Did I say SL Wyman? I'm not sure if I did, but if I didn't, then our Sarah. And we've got, who else we got? Isabel and Pomona. Hello, Pomona. We've got Brenda, Elizabeth, Celia, Emma, Kimberly, Amanda, and Emily, Jackie. Hi, Jackie. We've got Kim and Ness. Hi, Ness. Holly, Laurie. It's like Hugh, Drew, Barney McGrew, Cuthbert, Dibble, Grub. Myrna. I'm in quite a silly mood today. I don't know why. It's been one of those days. We've got Debbie, Sarah, Gerald, Gypsy in the Forest, Butterfly, Amanda, Pixie, Billy, and Elle. Oi, oi, Elle. We've got Dan working from home today. Wow. Nice to see you, Dan. Hope the new job's going well. And we've got Sel, Meg, Robin, and that's it. I've caught up. So how's everybody doing? Have we all got a cuppa? I've got my decaf coffee with almond milk today. I've had 2 coffee shop coffees today. So I thought, when I got into work about 7:15 this morning, and a colleague had got me a skinny latte of an extra shot upon arrival, because it was really thick snow this morning. It's basically gone now. It's supposed to be snowing for full 24 hours. By 2 o'clock, the sun was out and it was all thawing away. But yes, it was a really nice welcome kind of drink to have a latte when I arrived this morning. And then lunchtime, I had a cappuccino made with skimmed milk as well, a skinny cappuccino, not cappuccino, mocha. And that was nice too. So I thought, I better not get one on the way home, because that's 3 in one day from a coffee shop. It's a dear do. It really is. Coffee shop coffees, they're not cheap. Hello, Gerald, says Elle. Simon, I love silly. Oh, I'm glad, Patrice, because I feel quite silly today. Giddy. Just finished shoveling the newest batch of snow. Oh, Robin's drinking hazelnut coffee. That sounds really popular. A lot of people in here have the hazelnut coffee. Is it the beanies? I don't know which country you're in, of course, but Robin. Hi, Jen. Good to see you. And Amanda, spag bowl for dinner. I'm being quite lazy tonight. I'm having fish finger cob with salad and homemade chips. I'm in the bathtub drinking the water. I'm in the bathtub drinking water. No, I'm in the bathtub drinking water. Ignore me. Gerald's having a nice iced coffee. It's freezing here in Sweden, I bet. Chris said, you need to try the mocha made with coconut milk. Same sins as skimmed milk. I might have said this before. No, you haven't. Mocha made, that's it. Tomorrow morning, mocha made with coconut milk. Wow. Wow. It's my turn in the morning, you see, to bring drinks in. Lads on Tour t-shirt. You what? Who's going on tour? I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. All right, Robin. So you've got a lot of snow in Pittsburgh at the moment. Hey, Gaz. Good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? What's it like in North Notts? Have you got a lot of snow? Or is it more or less gone now, like it has in the city? That deck you were talking about last was the Chakra Healing Tarot, right? Oh, that's to Chris. Oh, that's Mullamir's deck, isn't it? I think. Is that the right? I know Mullamir's deck is around crystal and chakra and tarot, so I'm assuming that's the one. If you're in the bathtub drinking water, isn't that called drowning? Hey up, Adam. Good to see you. Hugging a hot water bottle. Brr. Hello, Anne. Nice to see you as well. I've got my heating on full, so it's really warm. Plus, I've got a jumper on, so it's really quite warm for me. Tell me your name again. Hey up. Hey up, Donna. Nice to see you. And we've got Tech Coven. I've not seen you for a while. How have you been? Hi, everyone. Just a small lunch, YouTube break from work. And the Fool's Cup. Hello, just got in. How are you today? I've got Magic Spell Cards and Touchstone Tarot. I keep looking at the Touchstone Tarot. I do have the Golden Tarot. And I just don't know if it would be different enough or whether I've scratched that itch with the Golden Tarot. I'm not quite sure. So I think really now, if in the past, if I was kind of like, oh, I'm not sure, I would get it and see. Now I'm kind of, if I'm not quite sure, I tend not to get it. I'm only kind of buying decks where I'm like, yeah, I've got to have that. And of course, I haven't got to have it, but you know, I really want that. Tech Coven's okay. I usually catch up on the lives after the fact. I know you do because of work and things, but so that's what I meant. It was lovely to see you. So everybody's doing okay for this fine Monday, I take it. Simon, I'm new from Austin, Texas. Will you explain A up to this new gal, Deb? Of course. So, and Gaz is in the chat as well, and he's a Nottingham boy. And there's a few of us actually from Nottingham. B-Jam is from Nottingham. Stephen from Sound of an Ocean Wave. He's from Mansfield. And there's one or two actually who come in. Hi, Elaine. So A up is it's just a greeting that we use here, but it's normally A up me duck, and duck derives from Duke. So it was kind of a, not that you only said it to dukes, but you said it to people as a kind of like a term for respect. And A up is kind of like, hello, how are you? Although we don't kind of say it as how are you, because we will say, A up, how are you? Or A up, are you all right? So it's kind of like hello, but it's very colloquial to Nottingham and Derby. Derby tried to claim it as theirs, but yeah, it's kind of the East Midlands type area. Even if you just cross over into the West Midlands, like Birmingham and Coventry, they don't use it. But Lincolnshire, Leicestershire, Nottingham, Derbyshire. But Nottingham seems to be like the epicenter of people using it. So all the Nottingham gift shops here will have A up me duck stuff. I think I might have some knocking about somewhere. Is it here? I kind of saved some for giveaways. If I do giveaways, I tend to pop something in. So like I've got a placemat here. A up me duck with a duck on it, and that's from a shop called Ducky, which used to be on St James's Street, and it shut down. And now they've got a little corner of a gift shop in Victoria Centre, and I've got a fridge magnet as well with A Up Me Duck. But yeah, it's very sort of local. I can remember Dan, who's in the chat, he Pine de Vale. When he came here, he was like, "Oh my gosh, people do actually say it." I've just heard somebody in the chat. I'm like, "Yeah, we don't make it up." Us Brummies say, "All right, our kid." And Bab, I've got a friend in Sheldon. I don't know if you know Sheldon, not far from the airport, and it was Bab. "All right, Bab, how you doing, Bab?" For short for baby, Bab. Those are so cute. All Mancunians are in. We've got the Manchester contingent, have we, tonight? The Manx. Simon, the Hermit's Cave. My son and myself and others were supposed to virtually attend my mum's funeral this morning. There were problems at their end, apparently. It was a disaster. Oh, no. Please don't tell me, Ness, the funeral went ahead and you weren't able to attend. I know it's a disaster, but I hope it's rescheduled or something, because I have heard of people not being able to attend at all, virtually or otherwise. So it's just stress that you don't need, isn't it? On top of everything else that you've been going through. My first husband was from Leicester and never said it. Americanized him, I guess. Yeah, maybe. But there's only a few in Leicester that will say it. It's more, like I said, this is kind of the epicenter. And Lincolnshire, quite a few people in Lincolnshire will say it, towards the coast, like Skegness and Mablethorpe, Chapel, all that area. People are you using my name in vain? Would I use your name in vain? I told a true story, didn't I? I can remember you saying it. The Manchester Massive. Oh, I'd have liked to have been in Manchester around the early 90s with all the Hacienda and all that sort of stuff, the Happy Mondays, late 80s, early 90s. That would have been a cool time. Short for baby. Thought everyone was getting called Barbara. Barbara. Right, Babs. No, Bab for Babby. So sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's awful. If anyone unfortunately wishes to attend a virtual funeral, please see if anyone can share through Facebook. Oh, we missed it. Oh, that's dreadful. I'm so sorry, Ness. Really, I'm sorry to hear that. We're all Barbara. Barbaras. That'll probably catch on there. Won't it? Hail, Barbara. I can just imagine it. I've been described as a thorn in someone's side in an endearing way. Can it really ever be in an endearing way? If someone's calling you a thorn in the side, can it really be endearing? Reminds me of the Eurythmics song, Thorn in My Side. Oh, I loved Eurythmics. Oh, we're down the right rabbit hole today, aren't we? The Barbara tribe. The Barbara posse. Is there a B word for like a gang, a posse? The Barbara bunch. There's our Becca. Hey up, Becca. Naomi's here as well. Hi, Naomi. You two came in at the same time. You've been conflabbing somewhere. Oh, yes, it can. Welcome to Mank. So, yeah. So what's new with people? Oh, let me show you this, actually, while I'm thinking about what's new. Mystery solved. So I got I was talking to my parents on, I think it was Friday, and they said, "Oh, you've had another parcel from Eric Pollitt." Well, Eric Pollitt is the creator of the Infernal Tarot, and I was like, "Well, I backed that on Kickstarter, and I've had the deck." So I was thinking, why have I had another parcel? Babs Brigade, Barbara Battalion. I like it. The Barbara Battalion. I mean. Anyway, so I was like, yeah, I'm not quite sure why. And then my stepdad said, I don't think it's a deck of cards because it's not thick enough. It's quite long. And I said, I wonder if it's a book. Yeah, it feels like a book. I said, well, I didn't order the book, or I didn't back the book, I should say. So it was a bit of a mystery. Anyway, I went over yesterday. Awesome, Elaine's Marshmallow Marseille arrived today. It's gorgeous. Really is, isn't it? Lovely usual wrapping paper for it. And then there was this lovely little note. So there's this kind of old parchment paper with this gorgeous wax seal. It said Simon on it. And when I opened it up, there was this really nice message that says, "Hi Simon, just a small thank you for featuring Infernal Tarot on the Hermit's Cave. This book lost its dust cover and so needs a new home. Best wishes, Eric." And I thought that was really, really nice of him. So it got this book that's lost its dust cover, so I suppose he can't sell it or anything. So he sent it to me. It got this little feather. I don't know, is this a raven feather with a fluffy bit at the end? Or is it crow? Does anybody know? I can use it to waft me incense here. But yeah, it's a really, really nice book. I love the illustrations in this book. It's incredible. I've read the foreword because it's not, but the illustrations are awesome. Look at that for the Pentacles. Oh, really great. So Eric, if you watch this back, thank you so much. It's a really, really kind gesture. And each page is a little story. Like here's our Nine of Cups, look. And you get all this writing for the Nine of Cups, little story, your upright and reverse keywords, and then the card meaning, and some illustration notes at the end. So yeah, really lovely book. Love the art, says Naomi. Oh, is it Paper Moon Tarot's birthday on Wednesday? RL's is this week as well. Sure I've missed a comment. Chris, I've just heard from my wife that the doctor liked her outfit. Vaccine and flattery. Looks so nice. Yeah, it really is. So I'm really impressed with it. But the illustrations in particular, I love. So, and what a labour of love as well, you know, because he took the dictionary Infernal, and you know, from that looked at all the different images and was able to create a tarot from it. So over 500 tiny illustrations had to be scanned, resized, cleaned, and catalogued. Card templates had to be designed that would best show off these historic images to a modern audience. Wow. But yeah, really, really nice. And all those people who said to me, "Oh, Simon, you should have got the book." I can see why, because it is wonderful. And the only reason I didn't get the book, as I said, at the time, I backed 9 Kickstarter projects. Some have gone very quiet as well. Anybody know what's happening with like Discovery of Witches? And I'm sure there was another one, the Tower Takeover. Not heard anything about that. Sure, there's more as well that are backed that just seem to have gone very quiet. I think I might be looking at screens too much. Are you reading something incorrectly? I do that. Oh, is it Adam's birthday? My birthday is Wednesday also. Wow, we've got some birthday peeps then in the chat for this week. Hope you all have a lovely time. No, it's not Discovery of Witches, is it? Compendium of Witches. Sorry, Jen. Compendium of Witches. I bought the book on Dan's recommendation. He showed it on his channel. It was an amazing book with amazing illustrations, and was all fawning over these illustrations and saying, wouldn't it be incredible if there was a deck made of it? And then there was. So but I've not heard anything about it for a long time. It seems to have gone Discovery of Witches Kickstarter. Sorry, everybody's like, what? Discovery of Witches is being made into a deck? No, my bad. Compendium of Witches. I don't know if Dan's still in the chat, because I know he backed it, or at least I think he backed it. But I thought I missed a Kickstarter I definitely wanted to check out. I couldn't get into it. I am desperate for that deck, the Compendium of Quatches. I think Dan's looked at the screen too much today as well. I backed that too. No news for months. I know, right? And I know it'll be fine, but I always get a little bit twitchy when there's no updates or anything for a long period of time. Vernetta didn't think it was funny that Simon calls the shot a jab. Really? Why? You don't call them jabs over there. We say that all the time. Have you had your jab? We don't call them shots. A shot over here is something that you do to help you get pissed quite quickly. So if you go out for drinks, you might have your pints or your shorts, then you have little shots. Knock them back. Are you on the pink gin, Dan? I hope Brexit isn't keeping it from you. I know. Oh, hi, Jenna, by the way. Yeah, I ordered some decks in just after Christmas, but before New Year, that in-between period. It was for me and Elle. And they didn't turn up. So I got in touch with her, and straight away she's like, they're probably not going to come now. I'm sending them again. And that was over 2 weeks ago, and there's still no sign of them. And I'm thinking, are things being held in customs, I wonder? Because they shouldn't just not send them if we paid for postage and things. Hi, Ellie. Don't worry, you're never late. Jenna, how are you? Can't sneak in. Flu jab. Yeah, we just say jab, don't we, over here? Just checking the Kickstarter. Last update was the 12th of January. I don't remember that. Saying she was shipping them out. That's nearly a month. And where? Because she's over here, right? Isn't she, Dan? But you've not had yours either, so I'm not too panicking. Simon, the word jab was way too graphic for her. She didn't want to think of being jabbed with a needle. I suppose it does sound a bit sort of, doesn't it? Yeah. But it's just a jab. Flu jab. Yeah, any jab. All right. It's 5-2. Shall we have our quote of the day? Let's get quote of the day up. So, quote of the day. I keep going between being really difficult and really easy, don't I? The one on Friday was quite easy. So let's see how you get on with this one. But the quote of the day is the calm after the storm. Not the calm before, the calm after the storm. So let's see who gets it. The star, says Jen. It's not the star. Star, temperance, 4 of cups, star, moon, star, tower. It's none of them. Either the chat's stopped or it's YouTube's doing a thing. Tower, 5 of swords, 4 of swords, star, hangman, temperance. Any 6 card? No, it's not. 4 of swords, 4 of swords. The minor with the boat in it. Oh, that's the Six of Swords, Dan, you're thinking of. And yeah, when I saw this quote, I thought automatically the Six of Swords, but it's not Six of Swords. And then Chris says Six of Swords. Naomi, I think that's probably a Six of Swords. Temperance, Four of Swords. Sun, Four of Swords. Six of Swords. Four of Swords. Six of Swords. Four of Swords. Okay, nobody's even got the suit yet. It is a minor, and it's not swords. Quote of the day, love that. I always focus on the before and forget the after. Temperance, no. Calm after the storm. Ten of Swords. The Sun. I go blank after my first guess every time. The Devil. Ten of Cups. No. If I said that Sal and Lisa are closest. Nine of Pence. Six of Wands. Nine of Wands. Cups. Ten of Pence. Richard. Richard's got it. It's the Ten of Pentacles. So the quote is calm after the storm, because it signifies that we've come to an arrival of a safe and stable place. So we know that the 10 is the completion, but, you know, we're really starting to enjoy the fruits of our labors, our endurance, the things that we've had to kind of traverse and get through. And when we arrive here, it's that kind of, that relief, that sigh of relief that we've arrived at this safe and stable place. Boom. Yes, Richard. Smashed it. How many guesses did you have? So when we get here, like with all tens, it doesn't mean that we stop. What we do is we take stock and then we continue and we move on. But the Ten of Pentacles really is that sense of arriving in a safe and stable environment, having been through quite a journey that, you know, has meant that we've had to work and we've had to toil, when you think of earlier Pentacles as well. Makes sense, though. Wands and Swords seem more stormy to me than Pence. All in favour of overruling Simon and making it the star instead. This is my game. Oh dear, I'm not going to make it too easy. But do you see how the Ten of Pentacles can be an arrival? What is it? Not an arrival. The calm after the storm. I said that weird. Storm. When Simon says easy one and no one can guess it. No, I said Fridays was an easy one and I keep alternating. I'll make tomorrow's really easy. It was obvious, Chris. Back off my victory. Yeah, Richard got it. I haven't arrived yet. No, many of us are, you know, we've had many arrivals, haven't we? But the thing with tens, you know, when we complete that kind of cycle, we just go around again because it is cyclical. So you might not have arrived yet, but you've arrived previously at different aspects of your life, and you will arrive with wherever it is that you're heading. You will arrive. It's kind of the last card of the whole deck. Yeah, well, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I do have my system. When I put decks together, I tend to always put the Pentacles last. So I do Cups. Sometimes I mix my Wands and my Swords up, but usually it's Cups, Wands, Swords, Pentacles. But definitely Cups after my Majors, and definitely Pentacles at the end. Rigged. How is it rigged? What was your guess, Elle? Let's see what your guess was. She does that. 10 of Pence. I can't even see a guess from Elle. So she says it's rigged, but she doesn't take part. Yeah, nothing from her. I don't know. She claims rigged every time she loses out on the Christmas quizzes, you know. If she doesn't win, it's rigged. Yes, I'll give you laughing faces. Okay, let's go on then, because we just had the dongs. Let's go on to deck of the day. I'm so excited for today's deck of the day because I put this up twice for Throwback Thursday and it never made it. It always got kind of voted off by something else. And it is one of my decks, and I know a few people will groan, but it's deck of the day and we celebrate all decks. But today's deck of the day is the Deviant Moon. I feel with it being still kind of like in winter and dark and stormy and big pendulous black clouds and things like that hanging overhead, that it's what Christmas quiz, says Chris. Now you pair. There's always next Christmas. I feel like it's such a, well, I meant to get the book to show the book. Bear with. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm back. Had to go to my trusted. Thank you, Patrice. I'll take that as a compliment. So, the book, this £5 in weight book, is by far, I've said it before, no doubt I'll say it again, is by far the best companion tarot book I have ever come across. It is amazing. It goes into the illustrations are incredible. He goes into so much detail. He shows art that is inspired, but not necessarily in the deck. Old sketches of his thought processes. Buildings that feature that he's took photographs of, like in the cemeteries and in industrial places, who show like gravestones. And those who were around and saw my interview with Patrick Valenza, he actually went to a graveyard in Salem for the interview, and it was incredible. I mean, my favorite card from the Deviant Moon is the Death card. I've got it framed on my wall, enlarged. But then he shows you the old scans and where it was inspired from. And it's just brilliant. I want to read, because I always read this bit, because there's quite a few people that just say, oh, I don't like the Deviant Moon. I can't get on with the Deviant Moon. And I always say, it's been here for a year and a half. I gifted Jen, when she came over, a copy of the Deviant Moon, because I want everyone to love it. And I know not everybody will. But this bit really jumps out. It says, on first impressions, the Deviant Moon Tarot may appear to some as a dark deck. However, in the following pages, you'll find that this is hardly the case. The Deviant Moon merely asks you to look within yourself and to face your fears. If some of the cards frighten you, it may be because you have a predisposed negative association in your mind to some aspect of the imagery. Know that you have the power to dissolve the shadows that haunt you whenever you choose. And yeah, I just think that's really, look at the artwork. Just look at the artwork. So this book is a must for Deviant Moon lovers. It's amazing. Be cautious, everyone. There is a counterfeit Deviant Moon deck for sale on Amazon, which I've reported. That's really good to know. Thank you, MA. And Selkie, you were stung, I think. I don't know if Selkie's still here. But I remember Selkie being Deviant Moon. Did I really? I'm not sure I'd ever have either if he hadn't given it to me. But now I'm glad I have it. Oh, that's good to know. So, your choice. Do you want to see the Deviant Moon Borderless edition, or do you want to see the Deviant Moon bordered edition? I do feel this one gets shown less, but totally up to you. I'll go with the majority. Bordered or borderless? Oh, I feel like I'm doing paper plastic. Bordered or borderless? It's one of my questions. Bloody emails again. Okay, it's back. Did you lose me? Borderless, 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 bordered, borderless, bordered, borderless. I think borderless is probably just snuck it. Borderless, borderless. Yeah, it's borderless then. Or but then we've got bordered, bordered. What I'll do is I'll show borderline. All right. What I'll do is I'll show the borderless, but I will get out the bordered and just do a couple of companions. So this borderless, sorry, this bordered one, I bought from the Asylum. So you get little extras rather than if you just buy off Amazon. So on the spreadsheet that you get, Patrick's actually signed it. You see there in silver ink, Patrick Valenza 2018. And then, which is really cool because he puts loads of stuff in when you order from him. It's a shame it's not at the minute shipping to the UK. But these are available online in places like Amazon. He doodled all on the inside, little pentacles on the flaps. Light's a bit too bright. Pentacles on the flaps, and then he did the little doodle there. Both. Oh, you lot are so demanding. There's not that much difference really, other than one's got a border, and they've got the colour coded on the borders on the bordered deck. Tarot Diplomacy. What am I missing? Right, so I keep my this is a beautiful bag that was gifted to me. It's got the moon on, which I have as a tattoo there. And then on this side, it's got the eye from Mildred Payne. Gorgeous. And these little charms glow in the dark, little moons. This version, a bit like Jen's, I antique edged it. So what you do to get this effect is you edge it in black, like with a black Sharpie, so you get that vinyl finish, and you leave it a good couple of weeks, and then you just get a metallic Sharpie and go over it, but not thick. You just kind of skim over it quickly, so you get kind of like this antique, darker effect, and it's gorgeous with these backs. This one I haven't done anything with it because it's bordered. So okay, so let's have a look. So here we have our Fool, and you'll see with the bordered, they're very similar. In fact, they're a little bit wider. The bordered, as you can see, is a little bit wider, but in terms of height, they're the same. But because you've got less of this border, because you've got the white border, then you've got your coloured border, a bit like on something like Druid Craft, you get more image. So the image is closer up on the borderless. And then we've got a red border. So I'm not quite sure the significance of the colours, but so I don't think you need me to show you them all, do you? I'll just show you the borderless. I don't understand this deck. Do you know what? If you get, thank you, Emily. If you get the book, you will understand the deck. It's his childhood dreams. And that was one of the things I said to him when I interviewed him. When I picked up this deck, a bit like I always talk about, the RWS seemed really familiar to me, like I'd seen them before. With the Deviant Moon, it's the first time I've looked at it and thought, these images and these landscapes I've experienced somehow. And the only thing I could put it down to was childhood dreams that I'd had. That sounds strange, doesn't it? But you know, sometimes you look at something and you hear something, it'll break a dream that you've had. And you think, I've dreamt about that. That's the deja vu kind of experience I was having. And when I told Patrick that, as I interviewed him, he was like, yeah, well, these deck are based on my childhood experiences and my childhood dreams. Naomi, I do not have this deck. I'm lost for words. Anyway, we will press on. The High Priestess. And they kind of remind me of like some sort of puppets as well. I mean, it is a different world that we're experiencing. And again, I use this deck when I did my video about Pandora's box, lifting the lid on Pandora's box, because it was a deck that really revealed a lot. It brought up a lot when I worked with this. Oh, Emily relates because she feels like that with the Moonchild Tarot. I thought Simon had frozen then. I know I need to rectify it. You do. It's not an expensive deck either, really. But do make sure you get a genuine one if you can. The Lovers, I love. And look at there's this little serpent just around the ankle. But it's the backgrounds and things. I love the sort of kind of, it reminds me, if you drive up north towards Liverpool, you go past a place called Runcorn. Oh, and it looks so depressing. Runcorn. I'd hate to live there. If I was sent to Runcorn for work or something, I think I'd be permanently on a downer. Sorry if anybody here from Runcorn. I'm sure it's nice, but it looks really industrial and, you know, polluted and all that sort of stuff. But that sort of industrial background that you get in some of them, not all of them, and you get a lot of graveyards and old Gothic buildings. Elle says I've got the borderless, but I don't like it. But I like the bordered version. That's interesting, isn't it? I've also got, in this version, a trimmed bordered version. So that, you know, this actually makes it smaller to show it side by side. You'll see the size difference. It's took it down quite a bit. So because these are quite large cards actually, but having the trimmed bordered version is quite nice. I've kind of got 3 versions of this just because I love it so much. And of course, my death card on the front. Right. The Hermit I had to really sit with because, you know, the Hermit for me. And I was like, the Hermit looked really kind of scared. But the Hermit is in despair of the world and what he's experiencing of the world. And the Hermit here is just wanting to shut it all out and say, no, you know, and we all get like that, don't we? And we'll say, you know, I've really had to kind of hermit at the moment because it's really heavy what's happening out there. And it's really starting to suffocate me, or it's, you know, I feel quite, you know, so sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Where the pressure is so much that you just feel, if I stay here, I'm going to be totally suffocated. and I need to kind of remove myself. And that's what that hermit is kind of expressing, which is very different, but relatable. Strength is this kind of fish creature. The Hanged Man. And of course, the Death, very traditionally, no title on it, because in traditional decks, the Fool is without number and the Death is without name. So you just get the 13 in the Roman numerals, but no title. Interestingly, though, he follows RWS. I can't remember now if he mentioned this in the interview. He follows RWS, but he puts Justice at 8 and Strength at 11. And I'm not quite sure why. Maybe, you know, because he did Trionfi della Luna first, I believe. I believe he did Trionfi della Luna first. It was before my time. Temperance. I love this devil card. It's kind of creepy and eerie, but it's also quite comical. Strength is quite aggressive, isn't it? Yeah, but the aggression comes from the creature, doesn't it? In this deck. Tower. It's like it's being, you know, struck by an alien spacecraft. Star, I think, is amazing. I love the moon. Not like Death needs an introduction. And the story in the Death card, because everybody thinks when they see the Death card, and this is why I've got it framed, I've got an amazing frame for it, that the Death figure is crushing the life out of a younger, almost like a child. It looks like it's, you know, destroying it, it's killing it, but it's not. It's the child wanting to go back into the womb because of the world around it. It's like, no, I don't want to be out here. I want to go back to a place where it was safe. Now, the Death figure here is heavily pregnant. And what this mother is saying, she's pushing the child away and saying, no, you can't go back. You have to go forward. You know, you can't come back in. New life is coming. You've got to live your life. You've got to die. It's the cycle of things. And you've got to experience everything that there is to experience. Hello, Justin. I like that, what you said, Space Moo. I'm trying to suss whether the Deviant Moon is set back or forward in time, or define. Yes, the latter. This isn't a future deck or a past deck. It's an alternative reality deck. Judgment. And we have the World, which is gorgeous. The colours are amazing in this deck as well. We have our Ace of Cups. Love the Two of Cups, and there's a brilliant illustration in the book, the different sketches, how this was pulled together. But I'm trying to get it without a glow. It's always difficult, isn't it? These are matte as well, lovely matte cards. Because of US Games printing, the quality is there. There is going to be coming out, it was supposed to come out last year, so I'm not quite sure what the delay is, but US Games have picked up and will release the Deviant Moon Oracle. So there is a Deviant Moon Oracle to accompany this deck as well that's coming out, I'd imagine this year now. A very Marseille Sun card, yeah. Patrick mentioned whether he'll do it, because in his own words, he's a procrastinator. But he mentioned in the interview that what he is thinking of doing, and everybody in the chat was like, yes, do it, is doing a scenic version of the Trionfi della Luna. So, you know, having the version that we've got, well, there's multiple versions of Tron Videla Luna, isn't there? And actually doing scenic images for the pips. And we was all like, yes, please do, please do. 8 of Cups. Seeing this now, I think maybe I'll give it another go. Go on, Amanda. I just love it so much. The artwork is, I just love it. I do understand that it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But as soon as I saw this, and I can't even remember now whose channel, like I said, it was before I had a channel. As soon as I saw it, I was obsessed with the images and I just couldn't wait for it to arrive. I was like, oh, this deck. Doesn't that baby's face look like a photograph almost? Beautiful, beautiful Ace of Wands. I wonder if it'll be an illustrated Marseille or if it'll be RWS pips. So like the TDM weight. I know. I hope he does it. So the minors just have the, after the ace and out of the courts, the 2 through to 10, they just have the Roman numeral. So you get a lot of image. That's from the cover of the box. Oh, this is, wow, it's quite a poignant card. Look at that. Gorgeous. I prefer pips to the majors. Still not sure about this deck though. You prefer pips to me? Oh, sorry. In this deck, you prefer the pips to the majors. And then we have our courts, the Page of Wands. The Knight on this beetle type Queen. And King. So you see, I reset this with Cups, Wands, Swords, and Pentacles. Swords. I love this. They're conjoined, look, because there's only a leg each. So they're conjoined. The 3 of Swords. And she's buried upright. I think this one's beautiful. This is what you was talking about, Dan. You know, the 6 of Swords, the boat, but it's like it's almost like the Wizard of Oz balloon, isn't it? Professor Marvel, who in the dream was the wizard, and that kind of style of balloon that came for him at the end, or that he went off on in the end. There's our 7 of Swords. This is quite an interesting 8 of Swords. It's about escape, isn't it? And finding your way. And she's almost like Rapunzel in this tower, trapped. But look how she's almost spellbound by the moon. Wonderful. The Nightmare card. You've got this little imp on her shoulder. I had to work with this Seven of Swords for a bit before I got it. So you do have it. You have this, Chris. Didn't you not just say you didn't? Or was I thinking of somebody else? Page. Knight. These are all in red. Queen. Wow, the art is amazing. It's really out there. Yeah, it really is. This is my favourite pentacle in the deck. This is the Ace of Pentacles. Sorry, my favourite ace in the deck. The Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. I have it, Simon. Sandy got it me for Christmas a few years ago. Oh, cool. I see a lot of tattoo inspiration here, right? Two. I love how they're working on each other. I love it. 4. I liked that Ace of Pence. Love a dragon. Like this version. Look at the eye looking out. Isn't that a great take on the 5 of Pentacles? That eye, do you see it just there? I've got a gorgeous art card that Patrick sent. It's on art paper and you can feel the paint on it. And it's in blue. It's got a blue sky and it's beautiful. I've often thought about framing it. This is very clockwork, very steampunkish. And there's the little skull off my wrist. Look how he's been used as a table. He's got like a little poppet. Fabulous, just incredible. Is this deck new to some people? I mean, I kind of agonized last night as I was thinking about what deck to show. I was like, oh, well, people really want to see the Deviant Moon again. And I banged on about it for years. But then I'm always mindful that, you know, it didn't get brought up as a Throwback Thursday. So maybe somebody hasn't seen it. And you just never know with people joining the community all the time, do you? I hope he's doing well with this deck. It must have taken a lot of work. It took him, was it nearly 30 years? Or it took him a lot of years. He started it when he was quite young and then sort of abandoned it. And in the book, it shows the original cards that he's always said when he comes to the UK, he will show me and let me see them because they look incredible. I don't know if I'll be able to find it now in the time I've got left. This is him as a kid and his childhood illustrations. And this is where it started. As a child, as a young boy, he went into a shop and he asked his parents to buy him a tarot deck that he saw. And then he started drawing his own tarot cards. This is the original 13 cards. The original 13. And he's still got them. He's got them in his possession. And they're very ornate and they've got gold leaf backgrounds. Look at the death card, how it originally looked. So yeah, that's the original 13 cards. Love it, love it, love it, love it. So that's the Deviant Moon. We're almost at past. So I got it when it first came out, said Robin. I need the book. The book is amazing. And I have had people say, do you know what? I had the deck. I was kind of with it. Then I got the book, game changer. Lots of people have said that. I think Hen as well. I think she said that from memory. But I know a lot of people have said it. Yes, I'll definitely get the book. That was a great interview. I remember it being in a cemetery. It was. Yeah, it was in a cemetery. I think it was Salem that he went to, if I remember right. All right, so let's have a card pull. Need some space to cut my deck. Let me move my DMs out the way. So we'll pull a card. It was the book that made me want the deck. I didn't want the deck. I read the book. Oh, wow, Jamie. Not many people start with the book and not the deck. Hello, Jamie, by the way. I didn't see you come in. Maybe I'll get the book first. I'd get them both together. The deck isn't that expensive actually, so it doesn't surprise me, Jamie. Chris, did you get the book or have you just got the deck? Living by the F word. It was handmade for me by my stepdad. So you can buy organisers, desktop organisers, that are similar. Okay. Message for the next 24 hours. Ooh, we have the curtain. The curtain. Something that's hidden will soon be revealed. It's almost like a veil, something that's covering. I think that you may have found it quite difficult to get to the truth of something. You felt like, you know, whatever it is being covered up. Well, that is about to change. Those curtains will be pulled back and you'll have clarity. You'll be able to see things for what they are. But why is the curtain there in the first place? Who's covering something up? What is somebody not wanting you to see? Also, this is a night for the Wizard of Oz. Because popping into my mind now, I'm thinking of, again, Professor Marvel and the Wizard of Oz and how the man behind the curtain, that illusion, that myth that he was trying to create from behind the curtain. So maybe there is something there where, again, you need to see it for what it is. Don't be fooled. Go deep, look, find, search, and reveal the truth to whatever it is. Yeah, so maybe it's a secret. Maybe there's a secret that's you're about to uncover. It's about £30 in Canada, which is standard here. And Chris has got the book. IKEA? Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, which is interesting, isn't it? Because that's where we do have to pay our attention. We shouldn't be hoodwinked. We shouldn't be fooled by something. People might want to give us an illusion, or present things in a way that they're not really how it's not really is. And it's on us to try and, you know, uncover that, pull back the curtain and see the reality. I've just ordered the Premier Edition. Not sure what that means. Just thought I would rectify the problem. Bless you. You didn't have to. Yes, thank you, Amanda. I've enjoyed today too. It's been enjoyable, as it always is, spending time with you lot. So thank you. Thanks for being here. I'll be back obviously tomorrow for quarantine number 73. So I'm looking forward to that. Make sure you have a lovely evening or morning or day, wherever you are, and look after yourselves. And until next time, go in peace. Namaste and blessed be.